listening to everybody talk about how they were winning deals and what they were doing to win those deals. And the message that came to me was, don't leave your life to chance, right? Don't leave your life to chance. You know, one thing my boy Zach Lesnick says all the time is, hope is not a strategy. Hope is not a strategy, okay? So, this reminded me of this when I saw this. So do you guys know that EXP actually owns Success Magazine? We actually bought the Success franchise, and we own it. Oh, when I say we, I mean all of us own it. We're all shareholders in this company. We own this Success franchise. But I ask you, do you think that a move like this happened by accident? Do you think that somebody was sitting around one day in their room and somebody dropped an opportunity like this in their lap? Or do you think that a bunch of smart people got together, strategized, and decided that they were going to take this opportunity to buy this franchise, to build our brand with guys like Grant Cardone, Tony Robbins, and whatnot? You think this happened by chance, right? So I want to tell you this, aggressive action in the right direction is powerful. Aggressive action in the right direction is powerful. I see the right direction, because you can take an aggressive action in the wrong direction and get into a really wrong place. But aggressive action in the right direction, especially if you're stuck, is really powerful. So it reminded me of this book, talking about book skill. If you don't have this one in your library, you're crazy. Think and Grow Rich. So there's a guy, they tell a story about this guy that you probably never heard of. His name is Edwin Barnes. Okay, Edwin Barnes had a lifetime desire to work with Thomas Edison, one of the greatest inventors of all time, right? And he wanted it so darn bad, right, that he kept trying to reach out. One day, he took trains for thousands and thousands of miles, hopping in the back of carts, and showed up at Thomas Edison's door. Look, and Thomas Edison says he looked like a tramp, like literally like a bum. But he saw something in the guy's eyes, and he realized something after this guy came to the door and said, I came here to work with you, and I'm going to do that. And this is what he wrote. When a man really desires something so deeply that he is willing to stake his entire future on a single turn of the wheel in order to get it, he is sure to win. Every day you have a chance to grab the wheel, guys. Every single day you have a chance to grab the wheel. But some people are preferring a hands-off strategy. Right? Look, Mom, no hands. They're preferring the hands-off strategy. Why? Well, their hands are off the wheel because they're doing this. Their hands are off the wheel because they're doing this. What are they doing? Right. What are they pointing at? Name it. Other people, tough market, too many offers, all these different things. Why would you leave your life up to chance? So, I got to give you some credit for this, right? So Brittany posted this the other day, and she said, how do you feel when somebody says this to you? Right? That was your post. And the funny part is I thought about it, and I realized it kind of pisses me off a little bit. But you know who really got me on that? I'm going to call her out. It was Tia. I see you, Tia. So Tia, yeah, now it's time to pay attention. Right? This was Tia saying this to me the other day. That's why it resonated with me. It was about a day after Tia said this to me. We had just walked out of the Rockstar lunch, and she said something to the effect of, because I was, a lot of people think I'm fake positive, that this is all a big fucking show, right? And she said something to me like, it must be nice to just be carefree like Bobby or positive like Bobby. And I was like, this chick thinks this is not work. Right? I'm like, so she thinks that I have some magical ability to turn bad shit into good shit. And she's right.
You do?
I do. And I'm going to show you how to do it. So here's 3 steps to it must be nice to you. Step 1, and this is a decision you're going to have to make. And it's the only decision you must make. The decision is, it's on me. Hey, I don't give a shit whatever you're telling me about. It's on you. It's on you. This just happened to me yesterday. I went to what I thought was a final walkthrough. It wasn't. I went to the walkthrough, actually with FaceTime with the client who's out of the city, and he says, hey, my lender just called me. He says, we're not closing today. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, they said some things in review, whatever. I was like, so I called this lender. He says to me, which by the way, this is the one I tried to convince to go with you, and he's stuck with this guy that was charging him, right? So he calls me up, he's like, oh, and he's blaming my client. He's like, well, I told Steve not to book a closing when there's no clear to close and all this stuff. I said, excuse me, the date was always the 13th for the closing. I'm like, and nobody told me we weren't ready to close. Right. He's like, no, yeah, I should have probably looped you in. To me, right? And I wanted to get angry, but I realized something. That shit's on me. I can't expect somebody to do the things I want them to do. I can't expect him to loop me in. I should have called that guy at least the week before and be like, we on track, man? What's going on? We got to clear a close? Because we're going to have a clear close.
With Home First Lending.
Right? Yeah. It wouldn't happen with Home First Lending, but guess what? Maybe I got too used to Home First Lending. See, I almost got angry at the dude, but I was like, no, you know what? That's fucking on me. Okay? So why does it have to be on you? Why must it be on you? It's the only control you got. If you spend your whole life pointing out here at this buyer, this seller, this situation, you are completely fucking out of control. There's only one thing you can do to control, but I know why you guys don't do this. I know why you guys do this. Because guess what? If you don't do this, and if you say it's on you, that means you're responsible. I mean, I could just point at somebody else and be like, this shit ain't on me. Right? I mean, your life is gonna fucking suck. But at least you can say it's not on you. You can just blame it on whatever circumstance you want. I know why you do this, but I'm telling you, it's the first decision you have to make if you want to live a life that must be nice. Okay? If anything else controls your outcomes besides your thoughts, actions, and energy, you're completely out of fucking control. You are just pointing and hoping that something's going to come in for you, that there's going to be some kind of, nobody's coming to save you but you. Now, we all care about each other. Gil's here to elevate you. I'm here to elevate the one thing I love about our family is we elevate each other. But if you think that I'm responsible for the success of your business, of your organization, you are completely fucking out of control. It is your thoughts and actions and energy that are going to bring you there. And by the way, this is scary. It's scary to think that it is on you. That there's always a way that you can change things to have a different outcome. It's a big fucking responsibility, but this scares me more right here. This scares me a lot more than anything else in life, and this is how I decided that this is the best way. This is the only way, because all you guys ain't gonna be around when I'm this guy looking in this mirror. Okay? You guys won't be around. I won't be able to point at you guys. It'll just be me in that mirror, and the mirror will be you in it. So don't leave your life to chance. Step number 2 is stop judging shit. You suck at it. You guys suck at judging what situations are really about. Okay? So when we talk about good shit versus bad shit, maybe. But you guys just always hop to like, that's bad. That changed, that's bad. That's bad. Is it?
Could be good.
Could be good? Has anybody had something that seemed bad turned out good?
Right.
Just raise your hand. Have you did something that turned out bad? Okay, so you were at least wrong that time. And probably happened to you multiple times. Okay? COVID, right? End of the freaking world. I got a guy over here looking like he's beat down because there's just too many buyers. You know, Richmond Homes, he's like, guys, just tell them to fucking buy it. You know, I mean, incredible. So good shit, maybe. So this is how I keep from prejudging. I'm gonna give you the secrets. Here's a secret. This is not fake positive shit, Tia. I have a method to this.
We love you though.
I love you, but there's a method to this. This isn't bullshit. Hey, when something happens, is this bad or just different from what I expected?
Ooh.
Is this bad or just different from what I expected? And by the way, we suck at expectations. See, the difference between what you expected and what actually happened is disappointment. But most of the times, your expectations are ridiculous. Your expectations that you're going to build a real estate business in a week and be rich. Well, you're watching Instagram too much. Those people you see traveling all the time don't close deals. Look them up. They're in MLS. Tia always tells me, I looked them up. Every time somebody tells Tia they got numbers, she's like, I looked them up. They ain't doing shit. Okay? Number two, where did I get this expectation? Was it realistic? Was that realistic? That's the disappointment. That's why you're like, oh, this shit is negative. This is bad. Really? Okay? How can this situation make me stronger? These are questions I ask myself. This shit happens all the time. Shifts, and I'm like, I have expectations too, and then I have to stop myself and it's like, okay, well, can I control this? No, it's gonna happen. Okay, so how do I get stronger from it? Is this a lesson that I needed to learn here? How many times have you said that to yourself? Hey, there's something here I needed to learn. That's why I'm running into this wall, not because my life is going to shit. Okay? Is there something here I need to learn? Is this situation creating an opportunity? This is the next level evolution of this. Now things start to shift. This happened to one of our agents on our team. Rob comes to me and he's like, I'm finding all these properties, but they're, at the price range they told me, I know they're not gonna like any of this. He's already telling me it's gonna be bad. Okay? You know what I said to him? I go, well, show him more expensive properties. Rob? He said, what? I go, well, how much were they pre-approved for? They were approved for like 100 grand more. I go, just show them some more expensive stuff. Trust me, if they like it, they'll buy it. Guess what? He went from a $400,000 price point to going on the contract for $520,000. Was that bad shit? Or was it an opportunity to make more money? By the way, it went from a 2.5% commission to a 3%. Double whammy. Okay? This is something Tony Robbins says, my guru, right? Change is automatic.
He's still my guru.
Right? Yeah.
He's on that too.
Yeah. Change is automatic. Progress is not. Change is happening all the time. It doesn't mean that it's bad. It means there's opportunity. That's how things happen. If we didn't have COVID, you guys wouldn't have some of the opportunities you have now. Pisa's shifting only means that little openings of light open up that you can step through. Okay? So step 3, you got to understand the rules of the game. And I'll end on this. You got to understand the rules of the game. How is this life game played? How is this real estate game played? I'll tell you, I'll make it simple. The game of life has one rule. Okay? It has one rule. And the universe is testing you on this rule all the time. It only has one rule. One thing you have to remember. It tests you all the time. What do you think it is? What do you think the rule is? What you think you create. What does that translate into? There's only one rule of the game. I'm so surprised that a lot of people are religious and miss the whole fucking point. They miss the whole fucking point, right? You go to church, they tell you do all these things so you can get to what? And in order to get to heaven, you have to do what? You don't have to do, what do you have to do? You have to have faith. Faith in Jesus, faith in God, faith. It's the fabric that runs through the entire system, and we miss it. It's the only rule that there is to the game. So I'm not being fake positive. I just understand the rules of the game. And faith is a muscle, and it takes time to build muscle. That's the other portion. It's like, oh, I have faith. I love that. I just did a poem the other day that faith is, real estate is a faith-driven sport, right? And one of the things I said was, hey, I'm going to spook some of my church-going crew because it's not believing in God that gets you to heaven. It's believing what he says about you. Ooh. Believing in God is intellectual. Believing what he says about you is something different. Believing God is something different. And that's what people have a problem with. Most people until, oh yeah, I go to church. Oh, I believe in this. This is church. Inspiration Church, right? So it takes time to build muscle, and you guys think you'll build it overnight. You guys are going to build it without having shit happen, without trying stuff and being like Gil and stuttering through a presentation. You think you're just going to have it? Hey, sorry. It takes time to build the muscle. You know what else it takes to build muscle? What else does it take to build muscle?
Reps.
Okay, if I lift this, am I gonna get strong?
You need reps.
Resistance.
What do I need? Say it.
Resistance.
I need resistance.
You like
So
that?
I'm not fake positive. I understand when I'm building muscle, when I'm doing my repetitions. Guys, I understand when it's happening. So I don't get as negative as everybody else because I understand that I can't control the change, but I can control the reps. Right? And I can do the reps. And for you guys, you'd be happy to know that real estate is a faith-driven sport.
Yeah.
You got a chance to play it every single day, and you can translate it into life. Bob,
Excellent.